Good day to everyone in TV land. This is Focus on Liberia online television, and you are listening to the Focus on Liberia Daily News with Gwendolyn Dorado. I first bring you the headlines. ECOWAS launches emergency response action in Todi district. Report on public schools registration covers several missteps. Citizens Action Committee alarms over attempted conspiracy to withdraw Mr. Roger Doma's appointment. Presidential order to audit Liberia's central bank sparks debate over legal boundaries and banks' autonomy. And President Boakai supports lifting of sanctions on Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, and offer Liberia help to mediate. Those were the headlines, and I'll bring you the news in details. The project cooperation and funding agreement of Liberia through the Ministry of Agriculture with implementing partner World Hunger Hive with US dollars 351,217 is expected to provide basic food assistance to 2,000 children under the age of 5 battling malnutrition in rural Montserrat Todi district and train 30 community-based nutrition awareness team with best practice on nutrition. Commenting on the initiative, the resident representative of the president of ECOWAS Commission in Liberia, Ambassador Josephine Nkrumah, outlined the latest move of ECOWAS is in line with plans to reduce the effect of food insecurity that Liberia is challenged with. She further stated that the ECOWAS envoy maintained that the project is part of ECOWAS protocol on mechanism relating to conflict prevention, management, peacekeeping, and security of member states. The country director, World Hunger Hive, Liberia office, Hubert Charles, assured ECOWAS of full swing implementation. He acknowledged that the World Hunger Hive has received 60% of funds for the first phase of the project. For his part, the officer in charge of the Department of Planning and Development at the Ministry of Agriculture, Dennis Wewe, embraced the initiative, noting that the move is a timely intervention that will yield results considering the high rate of malnutrition in Todi County. We are excited as a government for this initiative because it buttresses previous efforts to curb stunting in Liberia, he added. The two parties pledged to work together for effective implementation and positive impact in the country. A research conducted by the Institute for Policy Evaluation and Research in Bong and Lofa counties focusing public schools registration fees has uncovered huge missteps along the way in the administration public schools registration fees. The report released by the IPER Executive Director, Mr. Jacob J. Flomo, on public schools registration fees over the weekend at a local hotel in Monrovia uncovered that education actors have not developed a registration fees policy for Liberia. The study found out that there is no written policy governing the collection, utilization, and management of registration fees in the country other than the statement made by the Ministry of Education in 2019 calling on all schools to collect registration fees and transfer the fees to the Ministry of Education through a consolidated mobile money account managed to the MOE Central Office in Monrovia. The superintendent of the Monrovia Consolidated School System, Mr. Isaac C. Lakpo Zawolo, acknowledged that education is a fundamental right for every citizen, which, according to him, should draw the attention of all actors to the reform process. Mr. Zaulo noted that the co-recipient of the Education Research Report intimated that those who fail to manage and account properly the fees collected from public schools registration fees create a barrier to access education, adding that this sends a message of unpatriotic as it will undermine the forward march of the country. The Citizens Action Committee, a collaboration of 5 pro-democracy in Liberia, has expressed grave concern over a planned machinations and conspiracy being devised by some higher up within the ruling Unity Party to pressure President Joseph Boakai to withdraw the recent nomination of Mr. Roger Doma as Deputy Minister for Administration at the Ministry of Health. Addressing a major press conference over the weekend, the head of the group of 5, Prince Grando, said the planned action not only diabolical but a deliberate attempt to deny qualified and competent statesman to serve where he is fit, and also the action is an attempt to assume the constitutional powers of the president to appoint as provided for in Article 54 of the Liberian Constitution, Mr. Grando stressed. However, the CAC is calling on President Joseph Boakai not to give credence to attempts and overplans by some self-centered individuals in pressuring him to withdraw the nomination. The group also called on the Honorable House of Senate to unconditionally confirm Mr. Roger Doma as the Deputy Minister for Administration at the Ministry of Health. President Joseph Boakai's mandate for the General Auditing Commission to audit the Central Bank of Liberia has sparked a debate over the legality of the president's mandate. The authority of GAC to audit the CBL and the CBL succumbing its independence to the executive. Acting on the president's mandate, the GAC recently dispatched an engagement letter to CBL outlining the audit's parameters and submitting a series of documents requests to support the comprehensive audit. Meanwhile, in a letter addressed to the Speaker of the 55th National Legislature, Honorable Safoko Jr., a member of the House of Representatives, has raised legal concerns regarding the President's authority to order the GAC to conduct audits of the institution like the CBL. According to Representative Foko, the President lacks legal authority to unilaterally mandate audits of the institutions such as the CBL. He cited several reasons of the GAC and the CBL Acts. He therefore endorsed Speaker Fanati Kofa to invite the legal advisor to the President to provide clarity on the request. In the following special statement issued yesterday in Abuja, Nigeria, at the ECOWAS Extraordinary Summit of Heads of State and Government, President Joseph Yoma Boakai supported the lifting of sanctions on Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger to promote peace and avert the 3 ECOWAS member states from carrying out their threats to withdraw from the regional body. According to a release from the Embassy of Liberia in Abuja, the President's special statement was presented on his behalf by Dr. Al Hassan Conte, Liberia's ambassador to Nigeria and permanent representative to ECOWAS. That does it for the focus on Liberia Daily News. I bring you a recap of the news. ECOWAS launches emergency response action in Todi district. Report on public schools registration uncovers several missteps. Citizens Action Committee alarms over attempted conspiracy to withdraw Mr. Roger Doma's appointment. Presidential order to audit Liberia's central bank sparks debate over legal boundaries and banks' autonomy. And President Boakai supports lifting of sanctions on Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, and offer Liberia help to mediate. Thanks to our listeners. You are urged to please share our videos. My name is Gwendolyn Dorado. I present it.